Clara, we haven't seen Ukraine officially announce responsibility for this, but it does seem like another setback for Putin's military.
Absolutely. It's really hard to overstate both the symbolic and the strategic import of what we have here. This is the bridge over the Kerch Strait connecting the annexed Crimean Peninsula to the Russian mainland. Putin inaugurated it in 2018. He went back in 2019 when the rail portion was inaugurated. It is very much a personal project for him, but it's also really important strategically in terms of supplying Russian forces in the south of Ukraine, and it's a very obvious target. So Russia's failure here, both a security failure, intelligence failure, and really a propaganda failure, very hard for the Russians to manage.
But it doesn't seem like Putin would take this lying down. Can we expect some kind of retaliation?
I'm sure we will, but the interesting thing here is actually that he was silent for almost a day, almost 2 days in fact, after the attack, which is typically what Putin does when he's under pressure. The shape of that retaliation, of course, remains to be seen. The fact that he has called it a terrorist act is very significant. It really does leave his options open.
I suppose he has to call it a terrorist act, really, Clara, ultimately, because what he's conducting is not a war, but a special military operation. And the thing is here, we are on the Ukrainian side, they haven't actually admitted responsibility, have they yet?
No, we've seen some interesting reaction from the Ukrainians. I mean, from commemorative stamps to a post sort of putting side by side the blast and Marilyn Monroe singing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." Remember, Putin turned 70 on Friday, the day before the blast. So they're certainly taking advantage. It's a very complicated action to carry out. So very clearly, this is the involvement of the Ukrainian forces. I think what we are seeing here is the strain on Russia from both the ultra-nationalists really pushing Putin to go much harder, and then Putin himself being much more pragmatic. And I think that's really what the delay in response signals.
Okay, and, you know, there's another aspect to all this, Clara. I mean, I'm sure that in Beijing, Xi Jinping has been watching the actions of President Putin. What do you think his takeaways are from all this?
Well, I think the number of them. I think from the point of what it means for the way Putin will act, I think certainly that's one of the factors holding back any use of strategic or tactical nuclear weapons. I mean, really, that would put Russia in the complete pariah camp. On the other hand, all this entire episode for Beijing has been about, you know, what if they were to invade Taiwan? What would they need to do? How prepared would they need to be for all these very, very complicated military and political outcomes?